Hi, my name is Deborah and this is the Edit by DH. Welcome to another video. It's been a while since I've reviewed Lisa Eldridge and I know that she has brought out the new shades of the Liquid Lurex eyeshadows. I know that there has already been buzz for a while about it. I know I shared it on my own Instagram account. We all knew it was coming, we all knew it was in store. Unfortunately, it wasn't available to purchase online until very recently. So this is her second release of the Liquid Lurex eyeshadows. Her first was some time ago. Can't remember exactly, I want to say last year. Feel free to correct me in the comment section down below if that's wrong. At the time, I believe it was based on some information here and there from, I think, her social media channels, and also just popping into store and being able to get the eyeshadows. I don't think it was ever available to purchase online. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. And I remember at the time of doing the video, the first video for the eyeshadows, I struggled because it wasn't online, so there wasn't a lot of information. But this time things are slightly different. So in addition to her previous collection, she has released 6 new eyeshadow shades. So they are 𝕬𝕠𝕟, 𝕊𝕠𝕟, 𝕠𝕠𝕟, Daphne and Iris. So as far as I can see when I look online, they're still all available to purchase online, which is fantastic news. I believe there has been an extension and opening of the pop-up store in Covent Garden. So if any of you are lucky to be based in the UK or close to London, then you can just pop over and swatch it directly, because as much as you know, you can see your swatches till the high heavens, but sometimes it's really dependent on your skin tone, or sometimes it's dependent on your undertone, or sometimes it's dependent on your eye color. It can obviously be very different for individual people. So I just wanted to do my usual review of it, give my opinions. You guys know I loved it the first time, so that's a spoiler alert. But it would be interesting to just go through it and just talk through it a bit more this time around. Just to say, right now the light is very good, but because I always rely on natural lighting for my filming, it is very unpredictable, more so because I'm based in the UK and the UK weather, what can I say? So I guess we just have to get used to it heading into autumn, winter. But for now, please just bear with the lighting and I'll just get stuck in now. So out of the 6 shades, I ended up getting 4 of the 6 shades. I got the colour 𝕬𝕠𝕟, 𝕊𝕠𝕟, and Daphne. So the only ones I didn't get were 𝕬𝕑 and Iris. The main reason why I didn't get those 2 particular shades is because with Iris, although I can 100% see that it's a stunning colour and it's perfect for those of you who love purples, I am not a purple person. I genuinely just feel like I look like I've been punched in the eyes, or like a big human-sized aubergine. So for me, it's not the one, but I can obviously understand it look fantastic on other people. With regards to 𝕬𝕑, I initially really liked it based on the swatches that I saw online, but when I saw it in person, and I'll show you what I mean in my separate clips attached above, it just looked very, very, very kind of pinky and coppery at the same time, and I have got so many colours like that. So at the second I saw it, I thought there's no point me getting this and just sort of duplicating. And I think it's difficult when it's liquid, because obviously with powders they last a lot longer, whereas with liquids they tend to go off quicker. So this is 2.8 mils of product per product for £19, and when you look at the back it's 6 months. So that's obviously a guideline, but it basically means once you open it, you've got 6 months to use it. To be honest, I don't always go by the guidelines. I use my own common sense on it. So if it passes the smell tests, then it's okay. Generally, makeup tends to start smelling iffy after a while, and then you know it's not quite right. Obviously, if you are a makeup artist, needless to say, please do follow the guidelines, because it's not going on your face and a client's face and you don't want them to get any reactions. But for your own face, I think you can just act discretionary depending on the product. So I just wanted to remind you of the 3 shades that I got last time. I believe I just got 3 shades. But anyway, they are Bianca, Angelica and Liza. So I will just quickly swatch them because I want to remind myself as well as you guys the shades that I got. So that's Liza. Now, depending on how you look at it, so if you look at it like that, it looks like a black, but actually it's more like a gunmetal grey, as you can see, especially when I turn it into the light. By the way, that was one swatch, so you can see how pigmented it is. This is Angelica. Out of the previous collection, Angelica was actually my favourite colour. And that's Bianca. So slightly more of a pinky, lavendery, cool undertone, silvery colour. It's very interesting. But just wanted to show you that this colour, Liza, can most certainly be used as an eyeliner. And this colour, Bianca, can most certainly be used as like a spotlight on the centre of your eye or in the inner corner of your eye as a pop of colour. Pop of brightness, really. So I just wanted to remind you of the colours here. Now I want to do the swatches of the new shades. I've yet to swatch my own products, if that makes sense. I swatched it in store. I also filmed it in the outdoor light because indoor artificial lighting is never accurate. So I wanted to show you outdoors as well. So I've already worn this shade Zora. I put it on my Instagram, I believe, so I will just insert that picture and also make sure I add the link down below for you to see that in action. So that's Zora. It's a gorgeous sort of smoky browny minky color, but I feel like it would just suit everybody. So that's Zora. This is 𝕊𝕦𝕗𝕚, and how stunning is that? It's just, I don't even know how to describe this color. It's kind of got like gold in it, but also there's like a green sagey tone to it. How would you describe this colour, guys? Comment down below. I feel like sometimes you guys are better at defining things than me. This is Emily. So again, there's like 2-3 tones. There's multi-tones to it, isn't there? So this is Emily, and it's kind of bronzy if you look at it like that, but also quite champagne-y in certain lights. So they're all very beautiful complex colors. The shine off of it reminds me of, you know, like when you catch a fish. By the way, I've never been fishing. I just assume this is what fishermen would think. But as somebody who's never been fishing, you know when you catch a fish and you know when there's that like shine off the fish's scales, or you know the like the mackerels and the shiny fishes that are just gorgeous and they gleam in the sunlight naturally. That's what it reminds me of when I look at this. I hope that's a good comparison, and I hope you guys know what I mean. And last but not least, Daphne. Hello, how stunning is Daphne? I'm obsessed with this colour. I'm a bit like, I have a love-hate relationship with green. Like there's certain greens that I don't like on me, again, like tealy kind of greens, or like dark forest greens, unless I'm using it as like a liner. I'm not really keen on it. This sort of green, when I saw this colour, I knew I had to get it. It's so stunning. And again, colours like this can absolutely work as an eyeliner, because we're so programmed to think that eyeliner shades are dark colours, but if you want something to just pop, this is a great colour as well to make it work as an eyeliner. And also like underneath your eye, in the corner of your eye, whatever, go wild. So those are the colours that I've got. So these are the new shades just underneath. Zora, 𝕊𝕦𝕗𝕚, Emily and Daphne. So can you see? I deliberately got different shades. I mean, they're all different, to be honest. It would have been silly of Lisa to bring out similar shades to her first collection, but they are all different enough, even though some can be worn in the day, some can be worn in the night. They're different enough to make you want to purchase it. And even with Maya and Iris, the two that I didn't get, again, if I had swatched those, you would have seen the difference. But for your reference, I have swatched it before. So again, I'll pop up the picture above so you can see what the colours look like in real life, in natural light. So now that I've shown you the swatches, I will apply some of the shades. Obviously, I've tried this on before and reviewed that. I just wanted to show you the comparison. You've seen me wear Zora, so I won't wear that, but I will play around with these 3 colours and let's go from there. So before I go into too much more detail, I just wanted to tell you again, it's 2.8 mils of product for £19. Altogether, there are 11 shades. So that must mean she brought out 6 shades in her first launch and 5 shades in her latest launch. Okay, so I want to kind of read Lisa Eldridge's description of these colours because, as we all know, she is very good with writing descriptions. So earlier, 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒, do you remember that colour where I said it looked like it was mainly gold, but there was sort of like a green undertone to it? So she's described as an antique pewter with sage green undertones, shot through with a harmonious blend of silver, pale pink and gold glittery pearls. I mean, I wasn't too far off. Then 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒 has been described as a neutral minky taupe shade with a sparkly chandelier of gold, silver, rose pink and magenta glittery pearls. I knew she wouldn't disappoint with descriptions. I'm really interested to see how she's described 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒. A fresh golden olive green with a shimmering metallic finish. The blend of pink, spinal green and gold pearls give depth and dimension to this truly special chartreuse shade. I hope I've said that right, but very, very kind of decadent description as per always. And last but not least, with Zora, it's described as a rich, deep, sumptuous, cool-toned chocolate bronze with an irresistible blend of smoky silver sparkles. I mean, yeah, I would say every description is spot on. And really, so they should be because it is her product. So what are they? It's the ultimate easy-to-use eye embellishment with a flattering formula that is both creamy and lightweight. Liquid Lurex eyeshadow has a lustrous, wet look finish with a durable shine. Remember that fishy shine? Each of the 11 seamlessly blendable shades contains a mirrorball blend of multicolored pearls that dance across the lids. Obviously, the product is cruelty-free, vegan, free from parabens, talc, fragrance, nylon 12, D6, D5, and silicone. Zora, 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒, Iris, Maya, Daphne, and 𝕊𝕦, which is the new collection of Lurex eyeshadows, joins Bianca, Diana, Lauren, Angelica, and Liza from my last purchase and the first launch. So sorry about the lighting, it keeps changing, but at least you guys get to see the shadows in different lights. Just before I apply the shadows, I just wanted to let you know, piece of information which you might have known already, that the new shadows are actually named after Lisa Eldridge's favorite authors. So for example, 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒 is after 𝕕𝕦𝕓𝕒, then you got Daphne, which is 𝕕𝕠𝕟𝕒, I believe that's how you pronounce it. And also, for example, Maya is named after Maya Angelou. So just as an FYI. So just to show you side by side, because it could look really similar, but Daphne is that one, and then that is 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒. Both have greenish tones, but you can see the slight difference. Daphne is definitely more green. In fact, I'll apply one to one eye and the other to the other eye. By the way, I am going out later on, but I will just remove it before I go out. So you can obviously apply it with the applicator, but I find it less hygienic, and also you get a lot more product than you need in my opinion. So I like to just apply it to the back of my hand and just get like a small brush, and I find it's easier to control that way. So by the way, if you apply a little bit, what you find is that you find a lot of the shimmer and the glimmer. Can you see? I like to build my shadow up just because if I apply a thick layer instantly, I find that it creases more. But by doing thinner layers, it works better on me. So that's 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒. Then, without removing it, I will apply Daphne to the other eye, obviously with a clean brush. So you can already see the difference in colour. And they're super easy to blend out even with your fingers. So can you see the difference? That is Daphne and that is 𝕊𝕦𝕓𝕒. They're both super pretty, but in their own right. Looking at Emily in this light almost reminds me of like a really beautiful oil spill. And this reminds me of like the kind of green you would get in like a tropical parrot, you know what I mean, like a tropical bird. So those are the difference of the two shades. By the way, I just realized I said Emily for this one, but actually it's 𝕊𝕦, sorry. So it's 𝕊𝕦 and Daphne. I'm about to put Emily on. Again with a clean brush, I'm just going to apply Emily. At first glance, that almost looks like 𝕊𝕦. Just to make it less confusing, I'll apply 𝕊𝕦 here. So, as you can see, there's a similarity between the two shades actually. When you look at it on the hand, the difference is more visible. But on the eyes, it's not as clear, especially with the sun shining in your face and making you look like Sailor Moon. But I can see the difference, although it's very slight. So on this side, it's more of like a minky brownie tone. And here, it's more of a greeny tone, if you can tell the difference. Actually, I'm glad I applied the shade to an eye each, so as a point of comparison. Hopefully you guys can see the difference. I mean, let me know. Maybe it's all in my mind, but I mean, it is very similar. And that's something that if you did look at before, swatch the shades for yourself, or maybe you saw swatches on other people, online, on Instagram, hopefully this will help to clarify any confusion and help you to make a decision towards what you want to purchase. That's the difference. Emily, 𝕊𝕦, slightly greener. So, as the last shade is Zora, and I know I've tried it on before, I think I'll just keep it on and I'll just show you guys what it looks like on both my eyes. So, again, on the back of my hand, this time I'll go in with Lisa Eldridge's brush. This is Zora. So this is Zora, and it's absolutely stunning, super like minky shade. So obviously you can wear it a lot softer, but I've decided to go for quite a smoky eye. I just want to clean up my eyeliner because whilst removing all the eyeshadows, it's just removed my eyeliner as well, which will help to complete the look. But I also just want to say, in case it's not already obvious, I do have false lashes on, although they are at the end of their life cycle, so I do need to get it topped up, but it's lasted so well considering I think it's like 4 or 5 weeks old. So really impressed. Let me just quickly top up the liner. This is a liner I got from Rare Beauty. It's in my last review video and I'm so impressed with it, and in fact I've been using it ever since I did the review. And it's quickly become my firm favourite, even though I'm not always keen on black liners. I've just topped it up. I don't believe it's waterproof, but it is long wearing. Everything will be linked down below, by the way, guys. I believe that's even, but I don't think anyone has ever died in history from wonky eyeliner, so I think it'll be fine. So yeah, that is Zora. In terms of wear test, I know from wearing it on events before, as long as it's not too thick, then it won't crease. So that's why sometimes I like to do layers. I will build up on it rather than whoosh with the original applicator. Also, when it's on your eyes, it doesn't actually feel like you've got anything on. Obviously, the thicker the layering is, you do feel a tiny bit, but it's barely noticeable. It's not uncomfortable, it's comfortable. In terms of longevity, it definitely lasts. I can definitely guarantee that. So if you are somebody that has oilier eyelids, I would say, you know, you can use a primer, but generally most liquid eyeshadows, because I know there are some that slip and slide, generally most liquid eyeshadows are good for longevity and don't need the primer underneath. I've just added this smidgen tiny bit of Emily in the inner corner just to give it a little bit more shiny brightness. So in conclusion, guys, what do I think of these? You know I love them from before, you know I love them now. I would say that they're a great liquid eyeshadow. They glide on seamlessly. They're super luxurious feeling, not only packaging wise but also how it applies. I think it's a great choice of shades, and I think they're very, very diverse to suit many, many, many different skin tones, undertones, eye colors, etc. Generally, I also find that the shades that she's chosen are quite clever because they tend to work for a lot of different eye colors, whether you've got brown eyes, hazel eyes, blue eyes. It really works for most eye colors. What I will say is obviously there is glitter base in all, or glitter particles should I say, in all of these products. So when you remove the eyeshadow, what you find is it just leaves like splattering of like glitter. Some of you like me will love that. Some of you like me are obsessed with glitter, and why not? Like, it's so fun and it's just instantly adds glamour, the glamour factor to your kind of makeup look. I know some of you are really not keen on glitter, and I feel like some of you may be concerned about like, oh, you know, you might be a certain age, and then there's this sort of like, it seems to be some consensus that like when you hit a certain age you can't wear stuff that's shimmery or sparkly. I disagree in the sense that I don't think it's so much the glitter or the shimmer that's the issue, it's the product. So some products you find will just look really, you know, it just doesn't sit right, whereas others will just glide on more seamlessly and provide a beautiful finish regardless of, you know, what age you are, I guess. But also, like, because they're so creamy, it just sits really well on top of, you know, your eyelid. So I don't think anybody needs to be concerned about that if that is a concern for some of you out there. I hope that makes sense. I honestly feel like I'm in a disco with the changing lights, but I hope that was useful in terms of just trying on the shades, some swatch comparisons from the previous collection, you know, comparisons from the current collection, and I just really wanted to walk you through it. You guys know I absolutely love Lisa. Please let me know what you got from her liquid Lurex eyeshadow collection. Did you get any of the lipsticks from her latest collection, or release should I say? What are your thoughts on it? Be honest. Let's be honest with one another. What are your thoughts on it? I do love them, but everyone is entitled to their opinion, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this collection. What do you think Lisa should bring out next? I've got so many thoughts on it, but to be honest, kind of off tangent, but kind of on tangent with regards to what I'm talking about of new launches and products. When she brought out her foundation, I was actually really surprised that she didn't bring out a like tinted moisturizer, because I feel like that's more on brand with who she is as a person, and you know, I don't know, I just felt like a tinted moisturizer would have been better, but maybe you guys disagree. So yeah, what would you like her to release next? And there's no guarantee that, you know, Miss Eldridge will watch this video and take on board the feedback, but I think it is interesting to have a discussion with the community. And I feel like a lot of people who watch my videos not only know that I am a big Lisa Eldridge fan, not only of her products but her as a person. I feel like the people who watch my video are also Lisa Eldridge fans, and that's why I think it's really important to find out what you guys are thinking in the community, the Lisa Eldridge clan. So let me know what you think, comment down below. I am much better after having COVID last time, and a few of you commented that you could see that I wasn't myself. Definitely that's true. It's just been really hectic, and I feel like I'm saying this on every single video, but there has just been a couple of projects that have been going on in the background unrelated to blogging, and it's kind of taken over my life. But I always enjoy and love being able to sit back in front of the camera, because I feel like it's me time and I genuinely enjoy doing these videos, so I will try to return more often. Thank you for bearing with me, and thank you for sending your lovely usual supportive messages, and I will hopefully see you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.